my freshman novel, Down in the Dirty, a new quality bedtime stories with J.M. Benjamin. I hope that you enjoyed the exclusive, intimate reading of chapter 28 with the scene between Stacks and Desiree. As you can see, the book is now taking a turn and it will now begin to heat up. Stay tuned for what's going to happen next. As promised, I've decided to read yet another 3 additional chapters for the evening and hope that you enjoy. I'm your host, author J.M. Benjamin, www.anewqualitypublishing.com. Follow us on Twitter, A New Quality Publishing, as well as J.M. Benjamin, and Facebook as well, A New Quality Publishing and J.M. Benjamin. So you guys ready? Let's begin. Chapter 28. It was a little after 8 o'clock when Vanessa woke up. She heard noises coming from the kitchen and figured Stacks had returned. She climbed out the bed and went to the bathroom to brush her teeth. For some reason, she couldn't wait to see Stacks. Vanessa had missed him all night and didn't know why. When she stepped in the kitchen, disappointment immediately covered her face. "What? You thought I was Stacks or something?" Styles asked, noticing the change in her expression. "Actually, I did, but I didn't mean to look like that. It's good to see you, little bro. You know you my peoples too, nigga." Vanessa didn't want to hurt Styles' feelings. "It's cool, yo. I know the deal. You want some breakfast?" "Look at you. Up in here cooking and shit. No wonder they call you Styles," Vanessa teased. "Yo, go ahead with that. You want something to eat or what?" Styles asked again. "Yeah, I'm hungry. What you making?" "Some eggs, home fries, and turkey sausage." "I'll take some eggs and home fries. I don't eat turkey," she replied. "Or, I ain't know that. How come?" I don't mess with meat too much. I don't eat no red meats and no turkey. Only chicken and fish." "Damn, no wonder your shit stay looking right. I don't think I could do that shit." "Yes, you could if you tried." "Like I said, I couldn't do it, 'cause I ain't doing it," Styles said. "I love my Mickey D's and my White Castle too much for that shit." They both laughed. Styles made Vanessa a plate as they sat to the table to eat. "Yo, can I ask you something?" Styles inquired. "Yeah, boy, you know you can. What's up?" "What's the deal with you and my brother?" Vanessa was stuck. She didn't expect that to be the question, but she knew it was obvious to anyone around that there was something between her and Stacks, or at least it appeared to be. "Why you ask me that?" she said, sucking her teeth. "Come on, yo. I ain't stupid. Nigga got eyes, and don't forget that is my brother. I know him like a book. That nigga digs the shit out of you, yo. Real talk." Vanessa smiled. For sure, if anyone knew how Stacks felt or thought about her, it would be his brother Styles. "You know what? On the real though and on the low, I'm digging him too, but we just cool. You know we all grew up together. I don't want to mess up our friendship over no bullshit. If he tries to step to me in that way, I'm with it. I met some real niggas in the game before, and I think your brother is one of the realest I've ever come across. I know he's trying to get his paper right, and I ain't trying to come between that, because I know how important it is for him to be on top. So I'm going to just play it by ear and see where it goes. I haven't seen him with no wifey since that bitch Alicia shitted on him back when he got knocked. That right there tells me he ain't trying to be with no one chick. And I ain't trying to mess with no nigga who be messing with all these chicks around. He my boy and everything, but I ain't trying to hear that shit. And you better not tell him we were talking about him either. Styles," Vanessa stated. "Yo, don't worry about that. He ain't gonna know." "Nigga, give me your word." "Come on, yo. Styles, give me your word. I'm not playing," Vanessa repeated. "Okay, you got my word, but yo, let me tell you something about my brother. That dude ain't starving for people. He could stop hustling right now and never have to hustle again. Stacks hustle because ain't nothing else to do. This shit ain't number one to him. And he ain't got no shorty because he ain't found one he thinks he's that he think is a rider. There ain't too many chicks out there that get down like you. I ain't just saying that either, 'cause he my brother. But that dude don't be messing with mad chicks. You should see how tight he gets about me and Dom running around down here running through these down south chicks. Stacks is a picky dude when it comes to shorties he let in or even sleeps with. For real talk, I bang more chicks than that nigga and he older than me. So the shit you worry about ain't even about nothing. So, what's she worried about? Stacks asked entering the kitchen on the tail end of their conversation. Styles and Vanessa both turned around, stunned to see him. They had been so engrossed in their conversation, they didn't even hear him enter. Nothing. Some small shit. Vanessa thought that work she brought down here interfered with what we were doing. Stacks changed it up, winking at Vanessa. Yo, I told you before, that ain't about nothing. We good. But even if it did, so what? Shit gonna move regardless, Stacks replied. I know you told me that. It's just that I've been down here almost 2 weeks and it seems like you've been waiting on me hand and foot, like I'm slowing y'all down or something. Yo, you bugging, Stacks said. Yeah, you bugging, Stacks repeated, laughing. You the only one slow rolling. How did everything go? Vanessa asked Stacks. Huh? Stacks asked, almost forgetting. Last night, how did everything go? Oh, nah, everything was good. I was just wild tired, that's all. About to take a shower and take it down there. Try to get a little quick 5 hours or so. Do your thing, bro. I'm about to step out anyway. Gotta shoot out the rally and handle something. V, you wanna ride? Nah, I'm gonna stay here, but thanks for the offer. Yeah, no doubt, bro. I'll let you later, alright? Alright, yo. Where Don at, though? Last time I spoke to him, he was with that shorty Pam. You want me to get at him while I'm out? Yeah, do that. We need to parley about some things. So make sure you're here by 10. I'll be here and I'll make sure you're here too. Stacks, what time you want to get up? Vanessa asked. Stacks looked at his watch. It was almost 1 o'clock. Wake me up around 6. Should be good by then. Just need a little power nap. Okay. Stacks went into the bathroom and hopped in the shower. Even though he had only been away for a half of the night, Vanessa thought it was still good to see him. Still, something wasn't right, but she just didn't know what it was and couldn't put her finger on it. Chapter 29. Yo, before I drop you off, gotta take care of something right quick, alright? That's cool, Pam replied. She and Don had spent the night together again, and they had just as much fun as they had on their last encounter. They sexted each other for half the night and talked the other. Dawn had done most of the talking, but Pam listened and learned a lot about him. Although she didn't pick up on any tension between them, she could tell that Dawn was somewhat envious of Stacks on the low by the way he spoke of him. Every time he mentioned Stacks, he would emphasize the word always, as if Stacks did something he wished he could have done, but didn't have the heart to or just didn't know how. He spoke with great respect for him, but also wanted to be him, she knew, and Pam picked right up on it. She wondered if that could be somehow used to her advantage to get closer to Don and get him to trust her more. Yo, we're here, I'll be right back, Dawn said, hopping out of the SUV. I'll be here when you get back. I ain't going nowhere, she said with a smile. Funny, real funny. Don shot back at her as he reached under the seat and pulled out his 9mm, then shoved it into his waist belt. Pam didn't say anything. She was used to dudes she dealt with carrying guns, so that didn't faze her. She watched as Don approached a group of young guys in front of the pool hall. She didn't know any of them because it wasn't the part of town where she hung out, and she really didn't associate with any small-time dope sellers anyway. She figured they had to be some type of dudes that had hustled or worked for Don and his crew. Pam took him as the type of dude who didn't play when it came to taking care of business, and it turned her on to see a nigga in action. She wished she could have heard what he was saying to see what type of G he spit to dudes to get them to pump for them. Usually guys came from up north and promised southern guys the world, and most of them fell for it. She knew if she were a guy, she would be robbing every dude who came to her from up top who wanted her to pump for them. Since she was a female, she settled for robbing any nigga from up top who was getting money, and Don was no exception to the rule. It didn't matter how cool he was and how good he made her feel when they were together. It was strictly M.O.B., money over brothers, thought Pam, as that was her and her crew's model. Yo, BB, what Marcy at, son? Don asked the short brown-skinned kid. He inside, the kid, BB answered. Yo, go get him. I need to holler at you two niggas. BB paused for a minute and looked at Don. Yo, you heard me? Go get the nigga Marcy, son. BB did another pause, then went inside the hall to get Marcy while Don waited outside. Other hustlers who were standing outside when Don pulled up were either stepping off or went inside, sensing there was some tension in the air. They all knew who Don was and who he rode with, and though they all had a reputation for being thorough, Don was known as the extreme hot-headed one out of the three-man clique. Don saw Marcy through the window of Carol's pool hall walking toward the door, but he didn't see BB. He knew right then and there the dudes were playing games because he had just told BB that he wanted to holler at the both of them. Yo, don't play me, son. Where'd BB go? Don asked Marcy. He using the bathroom, my nigga. He coming. Don didn't believe him for a second. The way Marcy kept sucking on his gold teeth told Don that something was up. He could feel it in his bones. He had been in the game long enough to know when niggas was on some bullshit, and he wasn't going to let a couple of country bunkers play him. Yo, where my paper at, kid? You the only niggas that be giving me problems with mine. Let me get that, or bring me the rest of that work, man, Don said. Marcy chuckled. Damn, dawg, why you bugging? Marcy asked. We got your paper. I thought we was cool, dawg. You on some flip shit right now. How you gonna come at us like that, my nigga? Man, fuck all that. You heard what I said. Don yelled, getting upset now. Give me my motherfucking paper. Where's that? Marcy's jaws clenched as he started sucking his gold tooth again. Man, BB got it, my nigga. He in the bathroom counting it up. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Marcy said with a smirk. Yo, you must think I'm stupid or something. I'm not in the mood to be playing with you and that nigga, B. I suggest you go get him, because shit ain't gonna be good if I have to go inside my damn self, Don said as he began to corner BB. Yo, it's all good, my nigga. Just be patient, Marcy said with a smug look. Pam saw the area thinning out and immediately got on point. She could sense when danger was near, and something inside told her this was one of those times. She reached for her handbag to get the .380 which she carried with her all the time. There was no doubt in Pam's mind that the conversation between her, the dark-skinned kid, and Don was getting heated. She could tell by their body language, really Don's, that the other kid wasn't feeling what Don had to say. She knew she had nothing to do with what was going on, but nonetheless, she was protecting something. It was some street shit between a worker and a boss, and since she wasn't Don's girl, Pam wasn't obligated to hold him down, but still, she remained on point. After all, Don was something that she looked to benefit from, and she wasn't going to allow anyone mess that up. She had her .380 cocked and took off the safety. She watched the heated conversation between Don and the kid. She didn't understand how Don appeared oblivious to the change in the kid's attitude. A wide grin appeared across the kid's face as he looked over Don's shoulder. Pam followed his eyes, and even before she could zero in, she noticed someone coming from behind the pool hall on Don's blind side. When Pam looked, she saw the boy Don had spoken to earlier when they first arrived. He had a gun and was aiming it directly at Don. Oh shit! Pam yelled as she struggled to get out of the truck. She leaned over the driver's seat and hit the power lock button and jumped out with her .380 in hand. Don! He got a gun! She yelled, but not before the boy was able to start letting loose his gun. The first bullet caught Don in the right arm, forcing him to jerk. The second one ripped through his pants and went straight through his calf, making him fall to the ground. The only thing that was in Don's favor was the distance from which the boy was shooting. If he were any closer, Don would have been a dead man, thought Pam. Pam saw Don go down and started shooting at the boy, who had just shot at him. She could tell she had caught the boy off guard, especially when he saw that she was a woman. Pam unloaded the first clip and was glad she always carried the second one with her. She knew the boy wouldn't be able to hit her from behind the truck. He was at a disadvantage being out in the open. She was distracted by more gunshots, but she witnessed the dark-skinned kid go down after Don had shot him. When the boy heard the shots, he also saw his crime partner hit the pavement. He began blasting in Don's direction again. That was Pam's cue to make her shots count. The boy was searching for cover while firing at Don. Pam maximized the moment and fired back at the boy. The first two shots missed, but the third one hit him in the leg. When Don saw what was happening, he began bucking shots in the boy's direction. The boy knew he was outnumbered and outgunned and took flight. That boy was BB. Sirens could be heard from afar, and both Pam and Don knew it was time to get up out of there. "Don!" Pam yelled. "I'm over here," he answered, waving his gun in the air. "Hold on, boo, I'm coming." Pam jumped in the truck and drove to Don's location. She opened the door, and Don climbed in as Pam peeled off. The only thing remaining outside was the kid, BB, and Marcy's bodies. Well, that concludes this evening's reading of my freshman novel, Down in the Dirty. If you'd like to know more and you're just tuning in, log on to YouTube's A New Quality Bedtime Stories with J.M. Benjamin, www.anewqualitypublishing.com. Also, all books are available on Kindle and Nook, as well as Amazon.com. But as always, please, and again, I stress to you, please support the African American bookstores. Recycle your money. Good evening. Good night. When I get back to the crib.